Hello and welcome back to my channel, Olivia and I. Today's video is going to be Olivia's 12-month update. I didn't do one for 11 months because there really wasn't much to sort of go on, but I thought I would do one seeing as she's just turned a year. So you're a year and 8 days, something like that. Had our party last week. I honestly can't believe she's one. Just like, she's a toddler now, you know, it's not a baby. So I just thought we'll do one now, and obviously this will kind of finish them off. I might do one when she's like 8. Excuse me. I might do one when she's 18 months, and maybe like 2. We'll see how it goes. But this will kind of be the last monthly ones I'll do for a while. Things slow down a bit now, do they? But let's get on with her 18. Let's get on with her 12-month review. I'm going to put her down because I do not think she'll sit with me at that age now where she just wants to play with toys and things that she shouldn't have. She's now into sockets. She keeps wanting to play with the plug sockets, and because they're quite low in our house and quite open, she's like switching them on and off and things like that. So I'm trying to tell her no, but she just looks at me and then keeps doing it. So if you've got any suggestions, I know that I've heard about the like plastic plugs, that they're not really good to put into. So if I don't know, is there like something I could put over it just to completely cover it out of sight? Any suggestions? I would really like it, because I don't want her touching plugs. She's like poking her fingers in it, putting the switch on and off. Well, go and play. Where's your toys? Do you want a drink? No. We'll get this. That way. So, we'll get on with it. So, sleeping wise, she's a hit and a miss. I think about a couple of weeks ago, she slept through the night, first night. Whole night. I think she went down about 8 and she didn't wake till I think it was the back of 5. I didn't have to go in and put the dummy in or anything. She absolutely didn't budge, and then I took her in. I think at that point I took her in our bed and she slept for a couple of hours, and I was like, oh yes, we're getting there, we're getting nice sleep. And it didn't last long. It didn't even last. It lasted one night, and then it's been horrific for about a week, and I would say things are finally starting to settle down now. I think last night was the best night we've had in a while. I think I'd only go in once or twice, but it was like later on, like sort of like 3-4 in the morning, and then she came in with us at 5. She just 5 o'clock she just wakens and will not sleep, you know. And I think when you're working, you just think, I've got to be up at 6. I'm not fighting or sleeping for an hour in her cot when I could take her in with us, get an extra hour's sleep and feel a bit more refreshed for my work. So that's what we do, sleeping wise. She's still got her dummy. Whether she'll ever get better at sleeping, I don't know, but she's not too bad. I mean, I see a lot of people say, you know, their kids are up during the night. She's never up, you know, if you just give her the dummy, she does go back down, but she's really fine with sleeping. Feeding wise, she's 3 meals a day, 2 snacks, a morning and an afternoon snack. She loves her food. She's so good with her food. She probably does prefer like eating it herself, but I'm still of the mind to kind of not quite let her go with it yet. I am doing it more and more just to kind of give her that bit of freedom, get a bit of independence, but try and kind of contain it and not make it too messy. I did start giving her the spoon one day, just randomly, and she just took to it so well, but the next week after she wouldn't let me feed her at all. But things have gone back to, she will let me feed her now with a spoon, but I've tried to kind of give her a bit more shotties with a spoon and kind of, as I say, give her a bit more freedom, a bit more independence, so that's good. So yeah, feeding wise, she's doing absolutely fine with food. There's really nothing she won't eat. She's really good. And we try to give her a quite good variety of diet and always try and make sure there's vegetables. She loves her fruit, so she'll always eat her fruit. That's that. And milk. She's now on to cow's milk. I started weaning her at 11 months. I basically just started by an ounce, so gave her an ounce, and if she's down to two, well, she was down to two, at 11 months she was down to 2 bottles, one in the morning and one at bedtime. There were about 6 in the morning and 7 ounces in that at bedtime, and I thought, right, we're going to start weaning you at cow's milk at 1 month, at 11 months, and then I did it like, so for the first week she had 1 ounce of cow's milk and the rest was formula. Next week I did 2 ounces, and then I think I jumped to 4 ounces, and then we did 5, and then I think that was kind of it. We maybe did a couple of days of 6, and then she was kind of, that was her 11, that was her a year, and she was fully on to cow's milk. She took till it no bother. I haven't had any problems with her stomach or nappies or nothing crazy as far as I can see. She'd been having a lot of cow's milk between cereal and, you know, Weetabix and things like that, porridge. I would always put cow's milk into it. So she's had tastes of it before, and I think because obviously I did it quite slowly, I feel like she took till it no bother. I know some people can have issues with it, but we've been really, really lucky. So when she turned 1, I also decided to cut down her, well, not cut down her bottles, but I decided to cut out her morning one as a bottle. So now we just used to like get up first thing in the morning, I would give her a bottle, and maybe half an hour later she would get her breakfast. But now we just get up in the morning, I put some milk in a sippy cup, and she gets her breakfast. Usually I sit her down into her chair, and then just like give her milk in the sippy cup, and then I'll go and sort her breakfast. So whether it's toast, Weetabix, porridge, fruit, and that gives me a chance to get it sorted, and she's not like, give me my breakfast or give me something. Yes. So yeah, that's what we've done with the milk. I've taken the morning milk down to 5 ounces, 5 roughly. It's not always easy to see the sippy cup, but I know roughly how much it is, so I always kind of give her about 5 ounces, and our evening one I've upped it to 8. So she's getting up a bit more at bedtime, and obviously she doesn't eat quite so much in the morning, especially if she's just going to eat breakfast. And I know like the nursery she'll get a lot, and you know, a lot of food and that, so, and she does, you know, always try and make sure she has cheese and yogurts and, you know, loads of fruit and things, so it keeps her full, and she still gets her calcium. We still only give her Greek yogurt. I'm far happier giving her Greek yogurt than the sugary stuff. Just, I think, maybe a month or so away from cutting out her morning nap. She gets to about 11 o'clock now, I would say, and maybe 11, 12, depending on what we're doing, or she still needs it, I think, but I don't think she's quite managing to go long enough to go like right through till dinner time. I think we're almost at the point where it will be, I'll nap at dinner time. But she never naps for longer than, like I know a lot of babies will nap for like 2-hour stretches. She's not like that at all. She'll like have an hour's morning nap and an afternoon's hour nap. So that's why she kind of needs the 2 of them still. But it's frustrating because if she has like a morning nap about 11, 12 o'clock, it means she won't take another nap till like 4. But she needs, do you know what I mean? She needs the nap. So it's trying to maybe think about if it gets any further. So if we're going into like sort of 12, 1 o'clock stage, and she's only going to take 1 nap, even if it's just an hour, then we'll just have to try and keep her going right through to her supper, even giving her supper earlier. Just have to see how it goes, and then we will just maybe have to put her to bed early. She goes down about 7:30ish. I'm not like 7:30 she needs to be in her bed, especially because I'm working and I don't get back here home till 6 o'clock. So I like to play with her, give her a bath. Craig feeds her, he gives her her supper, and then I maybe play with her. So if it's 7:30, 8 o'clock, back at 8 before we get her to bed, I don't really stress too much. She's getting a good sleep, and she's fine. She's not grumpy. You know when she's ready to go down to her bed, you know, sometimes it will be earlier, sometimes she goes down at 7 o'clock if she's absolutely shattered. Depends on what she's napped at nursery or during the day. So I'll move on to development. She's not walking yet. She is so close. The day before her first birthday, she took her very, very first, it was like 3 steps. She managed it, she did really, really well. It was quite a proud moment. I was like, yay! Obviously it's not walking, but you know, first steps, it's progress. But I can see she is just on the edge of just taking off. She's standing up a lot. She hasn't taken any more steps since then, but she's standing up on her own an awful lot. And she can get herself from sitting to standing herself on her own. I've seen her do that. Just this last couple of days, I can see her progressing to that. She still holds on a lot though. I've tried to tempt her to walk, and a couple of times she'll try and go for it, and she takes 1 step and just goes. I think a lot of it just is confidence. Come on then. Once we get the confidence up, I think it'll just be, she'll be off, and that'll be her. But I think in the next couple of weeks, I think we could see maybe a few more steps. But otherwise, development, she's just coming on so much. She's a big copycat, so she watches everything, and she just copies you all the time. She's very, very clever. The things she can do, like if you give her a shoe now, she tries to put the shoe on. Same with the socks. If it's like a hair clip of mine, she tries to put it in her hair. You know, she knows what all these things are for. The only thing I would say that hasn't really come on an awful lot, or if any, is the speaking. She's just not a talker. Seems to be all movement. She just watches everything. I'm sure the talking will come. She did say ball and bye for a while, but that's gone. She can say mama and dada. She said it before. It was, it was quite a long, you know, when she was a lot younger, she was coming out with dada. Haven't really heard her say dada since. She knows who he is, because if I say dada, she looks for him. She is kind of starting to say mama a bit more. It tends to be when she's gurney or wanting something or a bit needy, or when she's crying, it kind of mama. But she won't repeat it if I say it. But I'm sure it'll come, the speaking. I'm not, you know, you do get a bit sort of, oh, you know, is she going to speak, is she going to talk? But I have no issues that'll come on its own good time, you know, as I sort of read and see myself that, you know, they all develop at different times, so they've all got their own personalities and their own ways of doing things. And you can totally see that she understands what I'm saying. It's not even like she's not understanding. She's clearly understanding what I'm saying with words. She just doesn't want to say them back. But I'm sure that'll come. So that's development. She's really just, I think the walking's kind of the last thing. And the only thing that seems to have like freaked her out recently is the bath. Just all of a sudden we've had this big, I don't want to go in the bath, I don't want to, you know, there was like a couple of times where she would go in, and then by the end she was like howling to get out. But there was a week or so ago, we tried to put her in, and she's not interested in going in the bath. So we've had to kind of, thankfully she got a couple of new toys for her birthday, so we've been, you know, bath toys, so we've been using that as to kind of entice her. But basically, to get her into the bath, to get her washed, we're having to go in with her. So I'm hoping, I went in with her the last time, and I kind of managed to kind of sneak away, so she was sitting in the bath herself, so that was fine. I'm kind of hoping within another few weeks it'll kind of just slowly go away, and she'll be able to go in the bath and enjoy it herself, because she used to love it. We haven't taken her swimming since we did the lessons, which I'm wanting to get back in, not back into the lessons, but get back into taking her a bit more regularly, even if it's like every couple of weeks. And I'm hoping, I'm praying, fingers crossed, everything, that the swimming hasn't been affected. You know, she won't she'll get into the pool. I'm hoping that's the case. Maybe if I take her more in the pool, she'll be fine in the bath, but you know, hopefully it'll just be a phase. I have read it's quite normal at this age, and sometimes they're a bit more aware of things, and they're just don't like things. I have read that it could be they're scared that they go down the plug hole, which obviously is absolutely ridiculous, but you think a 1-year-old, she doesn't know that, so I'm just trying to kind of not push it too much, get her in enough to get her washed, because I do like to give her a bath, especially been at the nursery, get her hair washed and things. So yeah, that's sort of the whole development thing. I haven't had her officially weighed, but I've managed to weigh her myself. So she weighs she's just over 24 pounds, and height wise is 30 inches. So I had a look at the book to see, the red book on the charts to see where she was. So I think it's about the 91st, 95th centile for both of them. So for her weight and height, she's sort of the correct, if you know what I mean. Like, it would be silly if she was like the 95th and then the 10th. So she's working out. But she's a tall girl, so she's going to be tall like her mum and dad. She's still got 6 teeth. She's had 6 teeth since about Christmas time, January. We haven't had any more signs of it. We had maybe a wee bit February time, and then since then we've had nothing. So I've been keeping an eye on it, but there is no teeth, more teeth coming in. Whether we'll just get a big bunch, you know, the 6 of them kind of just all came together. So maybe it'll be another 6 in so much time. So that's her teeth. Clothes, she's still in 9 to 12 on some things, but I would say she's very much kind of getting towards that 12 to 18. Some of the 12 to 18 stuff's quite big, so it'll kind of do her maybe towards the end of the summer, but some of it she's fitting into fine, the 12 to 18. So that's that. And what else? I think that's really everything for Olivia. Her hair is slowly coming in. It's still quite short. I have seen evidence that she's going to get a few curls at the back. It's coming in quite blondish, I think. I think it'll come in, and then I think maybe with the summer it's kind of lightening because she's getting the sun on it, which is what mine, well, if I was my normal colour, it would get lighter in the summer and go darker in the winter, so it's going to be that. Her eyes are definitely green. They've gone 100% green, which is what I thought they would. And yeah, I think that's really everything for her. So that's it. I'm going to round up this video, and we will see you again soon. Not for a while doing this updates, eh? You going to say bye-bye? Oh, is it funny? I think you're getting tired. But thank you for listening to all of them. I'll link all our updates down below if you're interested for anything else. And if you've got any questions, anything I didn't answer, just put them in the comments and I will gladly answer them. And we'll see you again in our next video. Catch you later. Bye!